Hey guys, this is Zito, front house engineer for the band OneRepublic. We are coming at you from San Diego, California, where we are wrapping up the end of the band's summer leg of the native tour. As OneRepublic, I am the audio guru, the master. No, I'm the front house engineer. Take what the band gives me, twist some knobs, and make it sound great. Before I started with OneRepublic, I have been out with Backstreet Boys as their front house engineer for the last probably 6 years. Some stints in there as well with a couple of country artists, Billy Currington, A Little Big Town, Babyface as well as a host of one-offs. I'm a mercenary, so I will mix for anyone, your band too. We decided that we wanted to try something out that was 96K. I've been using the Avid products for a long time and wanted to try out the Digico platform. Being a huge advocate of the Waves, it was important to have me something that interfaced with the Waves products that I was already familiar with. So the SD5 was an easy choice. When people hire me to come and work for them, they're looking for a specific sound. It's part of what I do. And a lot of the ways that I achieve that sound is using Waves plugins. So I'm able to take a drum sound. A lot of people know me for my drum sounds. So I'm able to take my drum sounds, the same sounds that I can achieve on the Digico console, I can achieve on the Avid console, even on the Yamaha consoles, by using some of those same Waves plugins across the platforms. There's a level of control that I get off of using the consoles that I'm not able to get on the same onboard processing. And the same thing too, when I go, if I'm trying to achieve a specific vocal sound, whether it's something that I'm replicating on the record or something that the band wants, when I'm able to move cross-platform, I'm able to take those things with me and transfer it between desk to desk. I'm able to do that when I'm using the onboard products, especially with the vocal. I'm very particular about my vocal. I've been known for the way that I treat the vocal, and so I want to make sure that no matter what console I'm on, no matter what platform or what PA, I'm always able to achieve those same results, and so that's why I always insist on using the Waves stuff. Also, Waves is very adaptive to listening to what their engineers have to say. They take a lot of feedback from engineers. They want to know the tools that they need to achieve their sound, and they're very responsive to the needs of the engineers and the artists that are using them. Find their stuff easy to use, easy to get around, and they have literally every possible tool that I could want in my arsenal. Gotta check out the C6. There's a multi-band on this console, but the C6, the flexibility it gives you, especially with the floating bands, has a lot more control. So that's definitely my absolute go-to plugin. Aside from the C6, which I absolutely love, the MV2, the high-low limiter has been a lifesaver. I'm not using it on this desk currently, but the vocal rider, if it's a band I'm not as familiar with, or if there's backing tracks that aren't leveled the way they need to, I'll use that. Instead of compressing something to where it needs to be, you can use actually use the vocal rider to kind of ride it and keep it in its place. The API 2500 stuff sounds great. I use that on all my drum inputs. So I have 6 different reverbs that I'm running for my drums, my toms, an instrument plate, a couple of different vocal inputs, reverbs, and those are all coming from the Waves IR platform, as well as the H delay, which is my go-to delay, and also I'm using the doubler for a little bit of a thickener on the lead vocal. My vocal's been pretty consistent for a long time. I'm using the Puig 660 as my first channel of compression, knocking a couple of dB off of that. Then I go into the C6 compressor. I'll level out and balance it out after that. I will also toy with adding the de-esser on the very end of it, depending on the vocal, the amount of sibilance that I need to do. And I try not to knock out anything too much with one plugin. A couple of dB on this one, a couple of dB on that one, and it tends to have a better overall transparent result at the end. Originally, when we tried the console out, we were experimenting with using outboard gear. And I had a couple of high-end compressors in my rack, and we were kind of experimenting with using those instead of the stuff on the desk. But one thing that we found was as soon as we used those insert points, we lost a lot of clarity in the input going out of the console, the conversion from digital to analog, and then again going through the processor. back into the console, going from analog to digital, and our results have been just a heck of a lot better, keeping everything in the desk and using the wave stuff top to bottom. Even a $10,000 compressor going through that conversion loses that clarity. We've been able to attain a lot better results by keeping everything within the digital domain. My main goal is to keep the impact. I want to be a part. I want to be a bridge between what's happening on the stage, the creativity that's happening up there, and the audience. And I view myself as kind of that in between. I wanted to relate to the audience, the energy, the passion, the movement. I really want to be able to feel what's happening. It doesn't necessarily have to be loud for that to happen. It has to have dynamics and movement and energy behind it. So I really want to be able to take that. I want people walk away to feel it, to get lost in the moment, to be enveloped in what's happening coming from the stage, and really feel like they're a part of it too. And on a good night, when everything's happening right, you feel like you're that middle bridge. You're the thing that's taking from what the band's doing on stage, and you're delivering it to the audience.